Good day, everyone. My name is Paul Kefas, teaching economics. We are going to continue from where we stopped last time. Last time we stopped at perfect market. We studied perfect competition. This time around, we'll go into imperfect market. Imperfect market. And the first imperfect market we are going to discuss today is monopoly. Monopoly. What is monopoly? Monopoly is a market structure that has only one producer producing and selling a commodity that has no close substitutes. The producer in this market is only one. It means the firm is the same as the industry. So in the industry, there's only one firm that produces a commodity and sells the commodity. And this commodity produced and being sold is by one firm in this market. The next thing we're going to look at are the causes of monopoly. Causes of monopoly. One of the causes of monopoly is patent and copyright. Patent and copyright. Now, patent right is the right given to an inventor. Whoever has invented something new, the person is given the right to be the only producer of that particular product for a number of years. So this right given to that inventor will prevent others from coming into the market, and that creates monopoly. And then we have copyright. Copyright is the right given to an author, to a writer, to a singer, so that nobody can reproduce his work. Is the only one to reproduce the work, and that's what we call copyright. So if you are the only one reproducing your work, it means you have the monopoly of producing that very work, and that is one cause of monopoly. The second cause of monopoly is called a statutory monopoly. Statutory monopoly. The government, through the Act of Parliament, can give monopoly power to either state, federal, or local government to be the only producer of a particular commodity. This one, at a point in time, only NEPA, that's before privatization, was given the monopoly right or power to produce electricity. So you can see that that one was established through the Act of Parliament. The next cause of monopoly is economies of scale. Of course, we did that in SS1. Economies of scale are the benefits firms enjoy when they grow in size. And one of the causes of monopoly is this economies of scale. When firms grow in size, their average cost of production falls. So once average cost falls, it prevents other firms from coming into the market to compete with the existing firm. And that creates monopoly. So economies of scale is one of the factors that creates monopoly. So the next one is natural monopoly. Natural monopoly. Nature can cause monopoly. A particular area can be blessed or endowed with a particular natural resource that gives that particular area the monopoly of producing that particular commodity. For example, at a point in time, it just enjoyed the monopoly of producing tea, because tea naturally is found in Jos Plateau. The next one is large capital. Some firms are very gigantic, very big. So a huge amount of money is needed to establish such kind of firm. So others cannot easily come into this market because the money to start this kind of business is not there. So the firm that is already in the market will keep producing that particular commodity, and that creates monopoly. We also have tariff. Tariff in form of import duties. That's the tax imposed on goods coming into the country. Now, a high tariff wall can prevent goods from coming into the country, giving our local industry the monopoly power of producing that particular commodity. So tariff blocks goods from coming in to compete with our locally made goods. So our local industry enjoys monopoly. The next one is the trademark. All commodities, almost all commodities have trademarks. The marks you can use to identify them. So no other firm can produce such commodity with such trademark. and that gives that particular firm the monopoly of producing such commodity. Then we have amalgamation. What's amalgamation? Amalgamation is the merging of firms. Firms will come and merge. When they merge, they become one, and then they start producing a particular product, and that becomes monopoly. So when firms merge, what we call that is amalgamation. So that is that about the causes of monopoly. The next thing we're going to discuss are the characteristics of monopoly. Characteristics. What makes monopoly monopoly? The first one is existence of only one firm. Yes, in this market, only one firm exists. And that's why I said the firm is the same as the industry. Only one firm in this industry. The second one is entry is blocked. You can see that others cannot come into the market. Like in perfect competition, entry is not blocked. There is free entry and free exit. But here, entry is blocked. So when the existing firm in the market is making abnormal profit, other firms cannot easily come into the market due to the factors I explained earlier. Maybe due to large capital, patent right, copyright, and the rest. So entry into this market is blocked. Then, the product in this market has no close substitute. Hence, it will create competition. So in this market, there is no close substitute for the products of the firm. There is no fixed price in this market. We'll discuss that as we get along. The price is not fixed. Unlike like perfect competition where the price is fixed given by the forces of demand and supply. Here there is no competition. Like I said, only one firm exists, so there is no competition. Now, in this firm, the firm enjoys abnormal profit, both in the long run and in the short run. You will get to know more about that as we get along, so we shouldn't waste time here. Now, let's look at the advantages of monopoly. One, it leads to invention. Yes, if you invent something new, you'll be given the patent right to be the sole producer of that commodity for a number of years. So people are encouraged to carry out research so that they can invent something new. It also, one advantage is the firm, the monopolists enjoy economies of what now? Scale. Yes, government monopolies are always large. So they produce on a large scale. I know the benefits of production on a large scale, the average cost will always fall. So the firm enjoys economies of scale. Now, one big advantage of monopoly is it avoids duplication. So that the same commodities are not produced many times by different firms that can result to waste. So monopoly avoids waste because there is no duplication when there is monopoly. Now, the monopolists enjoy abnormal profits always. Yes, he has no competitor, both in the long run and in the short run. This guy is always making abnormal or supernormal profits. There is also an absence of destructive competition. Yes, where there is in perfect market, in some markets there are competitions. Now, firms compete, they advertise, they compete through sales promotion. But here, this guy does not use his money for any advertisement. He does not encourage sales promotion. All his money is channeled towards investment. So he is not involved in any destructive competition that will make him spend more. Now, this firm has the opportunity to grow. Yes, even a clear example is the farmland. If you have a farm and you put many crops there, because of competition, the crops cannot grow well. The same thing with monopoly. If there are competitions, the monopoly will find it difficult to grow because of competition. So, if there is absence of competition, the monopolies can grow and become bigger and bigger. Now, there is greater efficiency. How? Because the monopoly is a big firm and enjoys economies of scale, and one of the economies of scale is managerial economies. Experts are employed to man different departments in this firm, and so there is greater productivity, greater efficiency because experts are involved in this business. And the goods are also standardized. They are produced according to what now? Standard. Now, let's look at the disadvantages of monopoly. One, low level of output. Yes, this is what the monopoly does. It reduces output in order to increase the price, to charge high price. But if you compare this market with that of perfect competition, you notice the perfect competitive market produces more output than the monopolist. So the monopolist always produce less. You have to charge high price. So whenever there is monopoly, there's always low level of what now? Output. There's exploitation of the consumers. Imagine there's only one firm in a particular place. Yes, you know that this firm will always produce goods and charge high price from the consumer. So consumers are at the disadvantage of paying high prices for that particular company. So the consumers are exploited. There is inefficiency. Yes, inefficiency in the sense that the monopoly has nobody to compete with. So he produces his commodity not mindful of the quality. So he gives the public whatever he feels like because there's no competition. Just imagine there's a competition. The guy will be forced to improve his quality and other ways of having more market share. There's also discrimination. The monopoly discriminates. It can decide to sell to a particular group and decide not to sell to a particular group. It can decide to sell at high price to somebody and low price. So the monopoly does not treat people equally. The monopolist discriminates because it's the only one in the business. It chooses who to sell to and who not to sell to. Loss of freedom of choice. Loss of freedom of choice. Yes, the consumer does not have freedom of choice because only one firm produces the commodity and you're bound to buy it. Just imagine there are many firms, you have choices to make. But here, there is no choice because one commodity is produced. Now, let's look at how price and quantity are determined in the monopoly. In monopoly, the monopolist has full control over price or quantity, but not both. It means the monopolist can increase the price or can increase its quantity, but he cannot increase both. So he has control over price and quantity, but not both. This makes the monopolist a price maker. The monopolist is a price giver. He gives the public price. It does not take price as perfect competition. In perfect competition, the firm is a price taker. Here, the firm is a price giver. He has control over the price. It's the only one in the market. Now, let's look at the structure of the monopolist. Structure of monopoly. It has a negative slope demand curve. Now, this is the negatively sloped demand curve. We have our price here. We have our quantity here. It means the demand curve is like this, negatively sloped. So this is the negatively sloped demand curve. That is one structure of the monopoly. Now the second one is the price is equal to the average revenue. Now this negatively sloped demand curve is the same as the price. Is the price. And here the price is equal to the average revenue. So the equation representing the monopolist now is the price which is here is equal to the average revenue and is equal to the demand curve. So this line stands for three things. Is the price line, is the demand curve, and is the average revenue. So if you are given any quantity here and you are asked to trace the price, let's say quantity 5 here. When you trace it upward like this is the place, then this becomes the price here. Because this line stands for the price. At price 10, look at it, the price is here. Is that okay? So this line is the price line and it's also the average revenue. So whatever you get as the price is the same as the average revenue. Now, the marginal revenue now is less than the price and the average revenue. The marginal revenue is less than the price and average revenue. Let me illustrate it here. If we have a table like this, and then we have our quantity here. Let's say we have quantity 1 here, quantity 2, quantity 3, and 4. Let them stop at 3. And then we have our price here. And then we have our total revenue here. And then we have our marginal revenue here. And then we have our average revenue here. Now, take for example that the first price is 10. Now, if the first price is 10 here, and for the first unit, which is 1, what will be the total revenue? like I taught you in our first lesson, that the total revenue is equal to the price times quantity. So this is the price, this is the quantity. What will be our total revenue here? 10. You see? The next one is, now, like I said earlier, that the monopolist has control over the price or quantity but not good. Now, for the monopolist to sell more units, he has to reduce his price. So the first price is 8. Now, he has to reduce his price to what now? Sorry, the first price is 10. He has to reduce the price to what now? 8. For him to sell more. Now that he has reduced the price to 8, he's selling how many now? 2. Now, what will be the total revenue? This times 6, which is what now? 16. Now, for him to sell more again, he has to reduce his price to 6. He's selling 3 now. 3 times 6 is what now? 18. Now, look at it very well. Now, if our total revenue is this, what then is our average revenue? You recall I said our average revenue is equal to total revenue divided by what now? Quantity. So, what is our total revenue here? 10. What's our quantity here? 1. So, 10 divided by 1 is what now? 10. You see? What's our total revenue here? 16. What's our quantity here? 2. 16 divided by 2 is what now? 8. What's our total revenue here? 18. What's the quantity here? 3. 18 divided by 3 is what now? 6. I want you to know something very well. Look at the price. 10, 8, 6. Look at the average revenue. 10, 8, 6. It agrees with what I said earlier. That the price is equal to the what now? Average revenue. Can you now see? Now, let's handle the marginal revenue now. Now, what is the formula for total marginal revenue? Is change in total revenue over change in what now? Quantity. Now, this is our total revenue. What's the change here? Here we have 10. What's the change here? This one of this is what now? 6. What's the change here? This one of this is what now? 2. Now look at it. The price and the average revenue are the same. But what's happening to the marginal revenue? Falling. That's why I said the marginal revenue is always lesser than the price and average revenue. So that is that for now. You will get to know more of that as we get along. Now, the next thing is this firm maximizes profits at the level, where this firm maximizes profit where marginal revenue equals to marginal cost. That is where the firm maximizes profit. Like we did in perfect competition, the same thing we're going to do in monopoly. When we get there, I will show you. Now, there is no fixed price in this market. I have drawn it already. The price is not fixed. Now, the marginal cost cuts the average cost from the minimum. The same thing, like I told you when I treated perfect competition. We have our average cost here. The marginal cost cuts it from the what now? Minimum. The same condition applies here. So let's look at the equilibrium of the firm now. The firm reaches equilibrium at the level of output that maximizes profit. I repeat again. The firm reaches equilibrium at the level of output that maximizes profit. So we are going to look at equilibrium in the short run. Now, let's look at the short run equilibrium of the firm. In the short run, the firm makes abnormal profit. Let's demonstrate that. This is our y-axis and this is our x-axis. We are going to measure price here, average cost, and marginal cost here. Like I said when I was describing the structure of the monopolist, I said the demand curve is negatively sloped, downward sloping. That's how the demand curve is. And I said it's equal to the average what now? Revenue. I hope you can recall that. Then I said that the marginal revenue is always lower than the price and average revenue. So the marginal revenue will come like this. So this is the marginal revenue. Then I said the average cost now is U-shaped. So we are going to introduce our average cost here. Can you see? And then I said when I was describing the structure of the monopoly, that the marginal cost cuts the average cost from the minimum. The marginal cost cuts the average cost from the minimum. So the marginal cost is like this. It cuts this one from the minimum. What did I say next? I said this firm maximizes profit at the level of output where marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. So this is the condition for profit maximization. Now, where is this condition met here? Look at it. Where is marginal revenue here? This is marginal revenue. So this line is marginal revenue line. So where is our marginal cost? This is the line. Where is the meeting point? This place. So at this point, the marginal revenue is equal to the marginal what now? Cost. Now, how do we know the quantity this firm will produce to maximize profit? We'll now trace it from here downward and put Q star. So this firm must produce the quantity Q star to maximize profit. How do we know the price is going to charge per commodity? Let's trace it. Which line stands for the price? Good, this very one. I said earlier that this line is the price line. It is simply as the average what now? Revenue. So if you trace it upward, it meets the price here. If you go this way, then the firm will charge price P1. So this is the firm, the price the consumer is going to pay for this commodity. So the firm produces this quantity and charges this price per unit. Now, how do we know the average cost of producing that commodity or a particular commodity? The average cost is, this is the average cost here. Now, this is where it is. So trace it from here this way, like this, then we'll have our average cost. Can you not see? I hope you can follow this step carefully and establish this fact. Now, this box here is our abnormal profit. This box you are seeing is our abnormal profit. So if I try to label this point, let's say point A, this point B. So what is our profit now? Is this. So it's going to be P1, A, AC, B. So this is our abnormal or supernormal profit. Now, what is the cost of production now? This is the average cost, and this is the quantity produced. So if it costs the firm, on the average, this, and the firm produces this quantity, it means this box here is the cost of production. This box here, sorry, let me put the origin here. So this box here is the cost of production. So what's our cost of production, or our total cost, is equal to AC, B, O, Q star. You see? This one, AC, B, O, Q. So this is the total cost of what now? Production. Now, what is the total revenue of the firm now? The total revenue. What's the revenue? The total amount of income earned by a firm from the sale of its product. And you know that the total revenue is equal to price times what now? Quantity. I think we did that earlier or last week. Now, where's our price? This is it. Where's our quantity? This is it. So this entire box here, rectangle, this entire rectangle is the total revenue. So we have total revenue is P1, A, O, Q star. You see? So this is our profit. Our profit is here, total cost is here, and our total revenue is here. You can use figures to represent all this. If I decide to clean this place now and put let's say 10 here, and I clean here and put 8, and then I clean here and put 100. Who can interpret this? It means for the firm to maximize profit, she must produce how many? 100 units. And sell each at how much? 10 naira. And each cost the firm how much to produce? On the average, 8. So how do you get the profit now? This is how you get the profit. So what will be the profit of the firm here now? It's going to be profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. We call our perfect competitive market. Now, what is our total revenue now? Is price times what now? Quantity. What is our total cost? is the average cost times what now? Quantity. I hope you are recalling that. Now, what's our price here? 10. What's the quantity here? 100. What's our average cost here? 8. What is the quantity? 100. So, let's multiply now. 10 times 100 is what? 1,000. So, the total revenue is what now? 1,000. Now, what will be total cost? 8 times what now? 100 is what now? 800. I hope you are following. Now, if you minus this from this, you have 200. So, the firm is making 200 naira as a supernormal profit. Supernormal profit. So, the firm is making 200 naira. Now, so let's look at equilibrium now in the long run. Like I said, in the long run, the firm still make abnormal profit, but it may be lower. Why? In the long run, new firms must have entered the market, which will lower their profit, or if the firm fails to adopt modern technology, but they still make abnormal profit in the long run. Now, let's look at the next one, which is price discrimination. Quickly, what's price discrimination? Discrimination means treating people differently. Is that okay? Now, price discrimination is the charging of different prices for the same commodities in different markets. The firm is charging different prices for that same commodities in different markets. That's what we call price what now? Discrimination. Now, what can make price discrimination work? Before then, why will a monopolist discriminate? To maximize profit. It's always a profit maximizer. It discriminates to maximize profit. Now, what are the factors that can make discrimination work? 1, market segmentation. The monopoly should be able to divide the market into different classes. For example, market for the rich, market. Now, the second point is there should be different price elasticity, meaning the market for those with high income and for those with low income. So for those with high income, the monopolists can decide to charge high price because the demand in that market is inelastic. While for those with low income, the monopolists can decide to charge low price to attract low income earners. So discrimination can work when there are different price elasticities in different markets. And then there should be little cost of separating the market. Yes, in an attempt to separate the two markets by the monopolies, you should spend less. Hence, the aim is defeated because the goal of the monopolies is to maximize profit. So there should be little cost of separating the market. The next point is there should be ignorance on the part of the consumers. So if you are charging different prices in different markets, the consumer should be ignorant of what you are charging in the other market. Else, the consumer will go to that market where there is low price and try to get it there. So there should be that ignorance. Then there should be high transportation cost. So if you are charging two different prices in different markets, and it's costing the person who is paying high price to get to the market where the price is low, the person will not even travel because of the cost of what now? Transportation. By that, you can discriminate because of that cost of what now? Transportation. Then there should be no possibility of reselling the product. That the product will be such that you cannot buy it and resell it. So that consumers don't go to the market where it is sold at very low price and then buy and sell in market where the prices are what now? Higher. Now, the last part we are going to talk about is how to control monopoly. How to control monopoly. Now, the first way the government can control monopoly is through privatization. Privatization is the transfer of ownership of business from the government to private individuals so that there can be competition. So the government handles monopoly by engaging itself in what we call privatization. Then the third one is the government should stop issuing patent rights. Like I said earlier, I said patent right is the right given to an inventor so that he can be the only person producing that commodity. The government should discourage that. No patent right should be given. Whatever you invent, others can come in and produce such commodities so that there can be competition. Then, the government should discourage merging. When firms want to merge, the government should put a law to discourage that. There should also be reduction in tariff, meaning goods can come from other countries into the country to compete with our locally made goods, so that there can be that competition, so that our local industry will no longer enjoy monopoly. So tariff should be reduced so that goods can come in and compete. There should be price control, like I taught you in class. The government can use maximum price control, where the government will set the price below the equilibrium, so that the monopolies cannot increase the price beyond that level. So the government should put a price ceiling. With that, we have come to the end of our lesson. I'm going to give you an assignment for you to do, and we are going to submit it with the information you will see on the board. Thank you.